Hi, everybody. Great to be back with you again. We've had a great time in this study of Esther. I sure have loved it. And if you think back to this last weekend, you'll remember we talked about how important this step of faith is and how God's game plan and God's will and discerning God's will for our lives. It's always going to require a step of faith on our part. And our key verse that we highlighted was Hebrews 11:6, if you remember it. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. And those who come to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those who seek Him. And we highlighted the 5 principles used in the scriptures and revealed in chapter 4 of the book of Esther, how God leads when we seek His guidance, and how God leads even at times of pain, and how God leads when we're hesitant and resistant. And you have all of the principles, and you've got some great questions there from Pastor Scott. So I would thoroughly encourage you, as you talk about the steps of faith that you have taken and the things that you have done and learned and in the following of the Lord, you'll be a great encouragement to each other. Let me just give you one quick story. Just recently, I had a friend who was trying to make a life-changing decision. Didn't really know which direction the Lord wanted him to go, and quite frankly, he wasn't sure what direction he wanted to go. And he came to me and he asked for my input, which was a good thing for him to do, to get input from a variety of people. In the multitude of counselors, there is wisdom. But the thing that I told him would be the same thing that I would emphasize to you. Please don't expect that following the Lord's will is always going to be an easy process. The decision that this brother had to make would be life-changing for him, for his wife, and for his children. And that wasn't to be made lightly, or the implication that somehow it was going to be easy. When we follow the Lord, it involves every single part of our lives. Mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And all of those elements will be involved. The key typically is for us to make sure that we're thinking with our faith attached. To be spiritual people, that's what sets us apart. Make sure that God gives His input and that we're considering what's right in His eyes more than what's right in our own or everybody else's eyes. So he made the decision, changed his life in a very good and positive way. You can take some time to talk about the good decisions that you've made in your journey of faith. Maybe some of the ones you look back on and think, nah, I'd make a different decision. And you could even talk about how God led and how His providence and sovereignty show itself even in those bad decisions. But you can take some time. I'm so thrilled that you're championing this biblical value of connecting, and I pray that you'll have a great time together. Lord willing, we'll be together again next week. Enjoy your time.